In this lecture, we will use the Gauss Jordan method to solve the system of equations. This one. The first equation is x plus y minus 2z equals -12. The second one is 2x minus y plus 5z equals 60. The third equation is x minus 2y plus 3z equals 0. Actually, for each linear equation in three-dimensional space, each equation represents the equation of a plane. So the solution for this one, for the system, is to find the intersection of the plane, three planes. Okay. Now, step 1 is to find out the augmented matrix, which is what? Easy. 1, -2, 3, 0. 1, -2, 3, 0. 2, -1, 5, 0. 2, -1, 5, 0. Remember, here, the coefficient of y here is -1, It's not 0, okay? If you put 0 here, then 0 times y is 0, okay? So that's the thing, easily to get confused. Similarly, you have 1 times x, 1 times y, so you have 1, 1, -2, and -12. Alright, the Gauss Jordan method says that the column 1, row 1, this element has to be 1. So we need not to do anything. We are lucky this time. Now, then the rest of the elements needs to be 0 in column 1. So, then this element, we need to get this one to be 0, and we need to get this one to be 0. Here is the way. Look at the red operation. The red operation is that row 1 multiplied by -2 and added to row 2. So you see row 1, every element is multiplied by -2 and added to row 2, because 1 times -2 is -2, and add to that we can cancel this +2. Okay? Yeah, as long as you can make this element be 0, the rest of them you just need to do the regular operations. Alright, now we did not do anything with row 1. 1, 1, -2, -12. 1, 1, -2, -12. So we copy it. Now, when we do the red operation, -2, 1 times -2 is -2, you add to this one. So then you have this element is 0. Then 1 times -2 is -2, you add to -1, you then have a -3. Okay? And -2 times -2, you then have a +4, you add to 5, you have a +9. Right here. Now, -2 times -12 is +24. +24 add to 60, then you have 84. Right here. So we are done with the red operation, this one. Now, we got to do is look at the blue operation. Blue operation is to get this one be 0. Okay, so row 1 multiplied by -1 and add on to row 3. That's what I wrote here. Okay, row 1 multiplied by -1, you see, and then added to row 3. I'm glad I found it. No more 2. Okay, I will do that. And then here I will change to row 3. Huh? Okay. Alright. Now, let's see what do we get. You see, we are working on the blue operation. So, blue pen. So, 1 times -1 is -1, and add on that, again, we cancel that. 1 times -1 times 1, we have -1. Add onto -2, we have -3. And then -1 times -2 is +2. Add onto 3, we have +5, right here. Now, -12 times -1 is +12. Add onto 0, we have +12. Okay, so this is what we get. 1, 0, 0. So we are done. We are accomplished this mission. Okay. Now, we have done the job with row 1, column 1, and the rest of the elements in column 1. Now I wrote. Now consider the element on row 2 and column 2, the one right here. Row 2, column 2. It was row 1, column 1. Now it's row 2 for column 2 and the rest of elements on column 2. So we need to work on this one, and then the other 2 needs to be worked out too. Okay. Basically, we want this one be 1, and the other 2 be 0. Now, let's look at the blue operation. The blue operation is row 2 times -1, row 2 times -1, and add onto row 3, give to row 3. What do I mean by that? You see, row 2, every element is multiplied by -1. And you see -3 times -1 is +3. And add to -3, you have cancelled this place. So that's what basically we got here. Okay. And then row 2, this number multiplied by -1, which is -9. You then add onto +5, you have -4. Again, row 1 and row 2, 84, multiplied by -1, which is -84, and then plus 12, you have a -72 right here. Okay, yeah, I have a calculator here. Negative, again, you want to use this symbol, not this one. And then 84, okay, -84 plus 12. You have -72, okay? Right down here. Right down here. Alright, so I have made this place be 0. And then, to make this place be 1, I simply divided -3 by the red -3 and everywhere. So that's why I wrote row 3 divided by row 2 divided by -3, and we got a new row 2. So what do you get? 0 divided by -3, that's 0. Okay. -3 divided by -3, that's +1, the black one. +9 divided by -3 is -3. And then +84 divided by -3 is -28. Okay, you see 84, this one, divided by -3, divide it by negative 3. You hit the enter, you have a negative 28, which is right here. Okay. Alright. Now we are clear about that. How did we get the third row and the second row? The first row, we have not done anything with the first row here. So 1, 1, negative 2, negative 12, we simply copy it. Alright. Now we like to make this one, the element here, be 0. How? We have 1 already here. So everywhere in row 2, multiplied by negative 1 and add on to row 1, we got this element be 0. Okay, that's what I wrote here. Row 2 times negative 1 and plus row 1, we got a new row 1. Okay, look at here. What? You see, 1 times negative 1 is negative 1. Add on that, we are 0. You may say, hey, how about that? You see, zero times negative 1, you got 0, huh? Then add on to 1, you have 1. So here, you know, we didn't change anything because here is 0. Now the second one, we got 0. Okay, 1 times negative 1 plus 1. Yeah, 1 times negative 1 is negative 1 plus 1, you got 0. Now, look. Down here is negative 3 times negative 1 is positive 3 minus 2. We have a positive 1 here. Okay. Now, how did we get 16? Negative 28 times negative 1 is positive 28 minus 12. We have a positive 16. Okay. 28 minus 12 is positive 16. Now, again, for the second row, we didn't do anything. It's already 1. We do not need to do anything here. Now we need to do is what? So we have this row 2, column 2. This one is 1. And it's 0 here already. And it's 0 here already. So I put 0 here. Now, it's my turn again to consider row 3, column 3 now. We need like this one be what? Be 1. So divided by negative 4. Negative 4 divided by negative 4 is what? Is 1. Okay. And negative 72 divided by negative 4 is positive 18. Alright. So we have made row 3, column 3, this element be 1, and the other 2 needs to be 0. These 2 spots needs to be 0. But you know, here is 1, here is 1. So if row 3 multiplied by negative 1, then add to row 1, we'll get this one be 0. That's what I wrote here. Row 3 times negative 1. Okay, and then add to row 1. We then get this one be 0. That's what I wrote here. Okay, you see 1 times negative 1 is negative 1, and here is positive 1. So this one is 0. And again, negative 18 times negative 1 is negative 18 plus 16. We have negative 2 here. Okay, so this place, this spot, the element here is 0 now already. So we have 1, 0, 0, negative 2 for the first row. Okay, now it's the time to make this element be 0. So then we do is row 3 times 3. So 1 times 3 and add to row 2. Okay. So it's the one right here. Row 3 times 3, the red operation, plus row 2, and we got a new row 2. Okay? Yeah, that's what we got, the new row 2. this spot is 0. Again, if you want to do 0 times -1 is 0, add on that, you are not going to change anything here and here, because those two spots are 0 already. Now we have this place 0, we then consider this place. 18 times 3 and add -28, we have a -26. You see, again, the operation is right here. 18 times 3 minus 28 is positive 26. Okay? Now, then we have the last one. We didn't do anything. 118, we copy it here. Alright? Now, you write it back. The system from here will be like this. And then you can see 0 times y is 0, 0 times z is 0. So it's basically x equals -2. Oh, I wrote here x equals -2. So here has to be negative. Okay. And then down here, similarly, we have y is 26. So 26. And then we have a z is 18. So it's 18. All right. Please review this lecture. I'll see you next time.